Well, welcome back, YouTubers and Toy Train fans, to another installment of the Edge of Town rejuvenation efforts. It's been a couple weeks since I posted a video of this. It's funny, when we weren't in lockdown, I was doing updates like every week. Now that we're in lockdown, it's like every other week. What's up with that? Well, okay. It doesn't mean I haven't been busy. I have a whole bunch of things going on out here in the cave. I've been working on this layout as well as my 2-rail Hornby layout, which I haven't really touched for nearly a year now. And I've been working on that as well. I've got some updates, new buildings, new building project, scenery, and of course, running another set. What shall we cover first? Well, let's cover the latest building project. Here we have the Plasticville roadside stand. Now what I did, let's see if I could do this without screwing everything up. Here's what I did. I think in the last video I expressed some frustration at all the work that's got to go into this thing and painting all the nitnoy little details. I just didn't want to do that. Doesn't mean I won't ever paint those pieces because they can come in handy in the future, but I just didn't feel like doing it now. So what did I do? First thing is I got rid of the base that comes with this. Let's see, I'm going to reach over here to the side. Could have been a little bit more prepared, huh? That'd be asking too much. Here's the base that comes with it, alright? Now look at that. Holes, protrusions, nubs, depressions, ridges. There's a lot going on here. And there's a good reason for that. These Plasticville kits are essentially made to be, snapped together. Take them out of the box, snap the pieces together, you got yourself a kit. You can paint them and detail them if you want to, and they even give you paints in the box. Mine were all like solid pieces of rubber. That's what it appeared to be. So totally useless. But here's the other thing. A lot of things going on. I didn't want that. I didn't want to do what everyone else in the world has done with this kit and paint it up and put it on layout. Yeah, I wanted to do my own thing. What was my own thing? Well, if you can look down below there, I made a new base out of wood, painted it up. Then because Plasticville used those big square lugs to fit everything together. In order to hide those, which are at the bottom of the corner, I hid those by using a piece of L angle plastic. Cut it in there, glued it up. I repainted the inside walls. I spray painted with Krylon, kind of like a camouflage tan. There were nubs in the middle on the bottom of the wall. I sawed those off. That 3-tiered stand you see in the corner there had protrusions sticking out of it because the fruit and veggie baskets that came with the Plasticville kit had holes in them. And all you had to do was put the baskets over the protrusions and you got yourself a fruit stand. I cut all the protrusions off and put all these fruit and veggie barrels and baskets and whatnot that I got from Woodland Scenics and elsewhere online. And I'm doing my own fruit and veggie stand. It's not finished. As a matter of fact, the wall is not glued down yet to the base because I want to paint the outside. And I want to do some more work on it. Uh-oh. Can I do it? Very good. So, I'm putting my own stamp on this project. Alrighty. Next thing, the corner store I had here before, if you remember, was white. I bought another one, a gray one. It is missing one of the window inserts, but that's okay because I am going to repurpose this. It's not going to be a men's clothing store. I mean, when you look at this area, and if you were to imagine it as someplace real, all right, this would be an awkward place for a men's clothing store. So, yeah. Next, it was Arbor Day here on the layout. Pulled out my tote bin full of trees, and I planted a bunch more trees here. These, I don't know if you can see it, pink trees. I don't know if they're meant to be cherry trees or whatever. And there's a white tree. I bought those over 20 years ago from a couple that used to come up to our train meets from California. And they sold handmade trees. And I bought a whole bunch at the time, and I just never got around to using them all. I used some on previous layouts, but yeah. I finally put them to use, and I really, really like those. So I planted trees, gave this area a more woodsy look. Then I put this big tree up here. I had this tree here when I originally built the layout. All right, it's I believe Woodland Scenics or Lifelike, one of the two. And what happened was over the years, the small plastic nub that fit into the base. Here's a good example. Let's see if I can. You see the base down there of that tree? Well, this one had a similar one, except the plastic nub broke off, and I ended up just throwing it in my tote bin. Well, the other day I drilled a hole in the bottom, put a piece of tubing in there, then drilled a hole in the train board, and now I've got my tree back again. Like I said, this is the one I had on the layout originally, and I like it. It's big, and it gives some height and dimension to this whole area. All right, buildings, scenery, and now the train itself. Here's what we got. We have a pre-war O-gauge American Flyer Hiawatha and 3 passenger cars. The combo car is number 1122 and 2 coaches numbers 1123. American Flyer that I'm aware of made 2 versions of the Hiawatha. The small one and a much larger one that needed a 042 track to run on. This set I bought many years ago, and it's featured on one of my previous YouTube videos from years ago. Apparently, from what I gathered from the guys on the Facebook groups, this was sold just like it is as a set in the Sommers, S-O-M-M-E-R-S catalog of 1936-1937. I have no clue who Sommers is. I don't know. Department store? Okay, you tell me. I don't know who that business is, but apparently this was offered by them in 1936 and 1937. All right, so there you have it. Let's watch her go. It's a little bit finicky. I almost have to keep my hand on the control knob on the transformer constantly. Well, thank you for watching this latest installment of the Edge of Town Layout Rejuvenation. Like, comment, subscribe, and have fun playing with your trains. That's a great way to end. Alright, we'll see you guys. Bye, tschüss, auf Wiedersehen, sayonara, adieu. Bye, y'all.